We just decoded a secret diary of one of Epstein's victims from his never searched ranch in New Mexico, and what we found was beyond disturbing. Children forced to get pregnant, infants who did not survive, babies kept in what sounds like formaldehyde for their mothers to see, screaming, pain, trauma most of us can't imagine, and all of it written in code inside a blue, sparkly notebook that surfaced quietly in this most recent drop of Epstein documents released by the DOJ. This may have been the purpose of the New Mexico ranch, a place that was never fully investigated. We know about the island and we know about the New York mansion, but Epstein's ranch in New Mexico is different. No raid, no forensic sweeps, no warrants, no accounting, and after his death, the estate sold and basically erased any chance of preserving that property. So what happened there? For years, what we knew came only in fragments: survivor testimony, civil filings, and now this personal journal, handwritten, a blue, sparkly little girl's notebook, written partly in code mixed with magazine clippings. It reads the way a child would write when they're scared and being watched. The writer documents repeated pregnancies. She writes about being isolated until tests were positive, about being withdrawn from others. She calls herself an incubator. I am nothing but property, she writes. She describes forced medical procedures, shots, intense pain, babies being born alive. In one entry, she writes that she was allowed only 10 to 15 minutes to hold and feed her daughter before her baby was taken away forever. She's mine. I want her back, she writes. This happens more than once. The notebook describes an obsession with genetics, hair color, eye color, a superior gene code. She questions why she was chosen, why her body, her traits, her musical abilities. She writes about special nutrition that Jeffrey made them all do, total control, no school, being taken to New Mexico and isolated from everyone and everything she was familiar with. When the writer reaches for what she cannot say directly, the notebook shifts and the language changes to sort of preservation, the ability to try to explain what she can't. But in this not so childish way, she is trying to account for the trauma that she is experiencing. And this, while it really proves nothing specifically about the ranch, it's definitely showing us that there is evidence, accounts that were written down, and nothing was done. So the question isn't just what happened in New Mexico, it's why it was never investigated. One of Epstein's young victims kept a secret diary, and this is part 2 of a series looking at what she wrote in code and using magazine clippings to document the brutality of her experience, which included forced pregnancies, being given to other couples, and of children who she said were being called prostitutes, but she notes that they couldn't be prostitutes because they were too young to give consent. These entries are heartbreaking, and I wanted to read one. Her voice is worth us all listening to. In code, in her sparkly blue spiral notebook on April 22nd of a year that we don't know which one it was, she writes, I had no choice. I wasn't ready and she wasn't ready. My mother had found me and it was urgent. After so many bonding moments with Jeffrey and Ghislaine, their baby inside of me, in the middle, she wouldn't even look at me. She said nothing to one another, and I was so confused. When we arrived at Palm Beach, I was taken to a house close to Jeffrey's, I think called Ocean Boulevard or Street, but it was close and I was alone, in all capital letters, except for a new driver, not Mr. Juan, an elderly French woman whose pictures were on the wall with a thick accent and was kind. She said that she was born to deliver babies and had been doing so before I was born. Similar to the last one with the shot and the hook and too much blood and water and unbearable pain. She put her hands inside me to see, and she seemed worried. I didn't understand. Something about the baby facing wrong and putting pressure on the placenta? Question mark. Things would have to be different. She said that I had to be brave and strong and listen to her directions so that she could help safely get the baby out. I was terrified. Seeing so much blood on the bed and the floor, I started to panic. She helped me flip over to my hands and my knees and had me push and push. It was so excruciating. I could feel everything as she tried to guide the baby out. But I was so tired. I felt I was dying, but suddenly she caught a beautiful baby girl who made more than a whimper, but beautiful cries. Then she let me hold her and washed her and brought her back clean and perfect. She smelled so good and showed me how to feed her. But Only maybe 15 minutes. Mr. M came to take her. I was hysterical, begging for more time. He said those horrible girls were in the car, but I couldn't let her go. The old woman promised me that she would be safe, and I had to let go. 4 pounds, 10 ounces, 18.5 inches long, with beautiful long fingers. I am dead inside. Life has no meaning. I don't want to be here. These girls deserve us to be all talking about them. And anybody who is trying to distance themselves from the situation should read these over and over again and think about what you were complicit in.